Jeff Locke, UCLA punter. We had some fun chatting about this earlier. More fun for me probably because you were the one who ended up getting hit.
Yeah.
And obviously what we're talking about was the punt return.
Yeah.
And the first thing I want to know is you talked about seeing. I'm going to move this way a little bit. You talked about watching that hit. How many times do you think you've probably seen that now?
I've probably seen that hit about 15 times.
15.
Yeah.
Does it get any easier to watch as you keep watching?
It's really not difficult to watch. I mean, I went through it. I know exactly what happened.
you can replay it in your mind whenever.
So I mean, it's kind of frustrating for me that I didn't see the guy at all. I didn't even notice him out of my peripheral vision at all.
Yeah.
Because I mean, most teams don't run that kind of scheme where they have someone loop back behind the punter, so I'm not used to it. But I definitely should have been a little more aware than I was. You know,
when a play like that happens, we're all kind of watching, and it's that ooh, that big sound. You're the one that it happens to.
Yeah.
So when you watch it, is there any of that football in you? You know, that football, like, okay, you know what, it was a pretty nice hit. You know, is there any like, okay,
that was a great hit. I mean, any guys in a team, if a coach told them to do the same thing, they'd love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the game plan. It was a totally clean hit. I mean, it didn't get me in the helmet or anything like that. It wasn't a cheap shot in any sort. So, I mean, that's just the way football is. You know,
and Jeff, we talked a little bit after the game about this, but I think you manned up. You basically said, no, the issues that you had with kicking low weren't about the hit. It was just
they were just bad kicks. I mean, I look back at the film today and it kind of confirmed what I said after the game. Just a little bit of a technique error on my part on those kicks, and it's not acceptable. So
when you know that it's a technique error, it's a technical maybe flaw or whatever you want to. Is that the kind of stuff where you're easy to say, okay, it wasn't my nerves, it wasn't anything, it was just I lost it on that play?
Yeah, I mean it's not as bad as missing and not knowing why you missed.
Yeah.
I know exactly why I missed. I can see it every time I miss, and I came out today and I think I fixed it pretty well. I kicked all right today in practice.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely a little bit more of a confidence boost in knowing what you did wrong and knowing that it can be fixed.
Last couple things I have for you. The idea of you being a specialist and you're not asked to hit, but you're a football player.
Yeah.
Is that, do you kind of just wish you were, in someone else's body when you see a play like that and just wish you had a chance to do that back to someone? Do you feel like you could?
I don't think I would want to do it back to somebody, but I mean, if I was going after somebody blind shot, I think I could do some sort of impact.
You feel like you could lay some damage? What do you weigh?
I'm probably about the same. I probably weigh more than the guy that hit me.
Okay.
So I think I'd be able to lay. I mean, I'm not as used to hitting as he is, but
could you play DB right now?
No, I get toasted. My hips wouldn't turn and just be ugly.
We said this earlier, and it was just so good. I need you to say it. I basically said, would you want to just kind of switch with, say Patrick Larimore? Would you trade, your leg for a day for Patrick Larimore's body?
No doubt. I mean, who wouldn't? Patrick Larimore? I'd just be crushing people. That guy probably would have bounced off of me on that play. Larry just would have looked down at the guy and said, "What were you trying to do right there?" So being Larimore for a day is that's up on my bucket list probably.
Oh, nice! I like that. Good stuff. All right, Jeff Locke, UCLA punter kicker. Thanks, man.